Why did you just smell the microphone?
I didn't do that.
What's happening? So are you familiar with this lovely artist that we're about to react to?
Hell yeah.
Somewhat, yeah.
So familiar. Super familiar. He's a Capricorn. I'm very familiar.
You're very familiar, you know.
Okay, so you're now reacting to the BTS member V and his song Slow Dancing from his debut mini album Layover. In this song, V sings about the pain of unrequited love and dreams of embracing the one he pines for.
You know all about that.
Hey, what the fuck?
He sings, maybe we could be slow dancing until the morning. We could be romancing the night away. He was like, let's moving out of your hand. He does not want to be slow dancing.
Man, this is so disappointing.
The song is composed by Jinsu Park, Freakkind, Donghyun Kim, and Gigi, while the soloist featured towards the end of the song is Cautious Clay.
Cautious Clay.
I would just also like to point out that I've been torturing myself and my friends by not listening to this for you and for them. So
I'm so excited.
This video is brought to you by you, our YouTube members and supporters on Patreon. Patreon and YouTube memberships are how viewers like you can support us and also gain access to exclusive content, like extra reactions to both old and new K-pop songs, early access to every React to the K video, and a weekly podcast.
The fact that it goes from 4 to 3, it's looking back at like the roots of like, you know, what is it, the plagal cadence, the church cadence. That's also why, yeah.
We also started a new series where we'll be ranking every song in an artist's discography every month. And I feel like the best songs are ones that are a little bit unpredictable on first listen, but then feel fantastic upon re-listens. You feel like you know everything after re-listening, but actually you notice something new. And that's what this song did. Therefore, it is S tier.
Yeah, same.
If you want to become a patron or YouTube member to help our channel grow and to access over 1,000 exclusive videos, check out the description of this video for how to join. Thank you to all of you who already support us. We really couldn't do this without you. And now, back to the video.
I'm already serving Call Me By Your
3,
Name.
2, 1, go. It's giving vibes.
Sounds like water and he's in the water.
Ooh.
C minor question mark?
Nope, F minor.
Oh.
Very R&B sort of thing, like the other songs too.
He's always got that smooth ass voice.
I love this.
His voice is beautiful. It's so smooth.
I feel like this is a tune I could relax and study to. Lo-fi tunes to relax in. Oh man.
Are they hacking things? Why is there a watermelon floating? Or semi-bouncing?
It's kind of surreal, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. It also looks very obviously CGI to
Almost
me.
feels like a dream.
Yeah.
I like that passing tone. Listen.
The video is giving we're in a simulation vibes. Snail! Love snails.
Love snails.
I do. Love them.
Like a little Mellotron thing.
What'd you say?
It's a little Mellotron thing, right? Or kind of.
This is nice.
This is very nice.
That water looks very nice also.
It does. So blue.
Why is there a boat?
This music video is so good.
It's like cowbells.
It's like a polyrhythm. It's the classic.
What is that?
Ooh.
Yay!
We got a flute solo.
That went hard. That drop on the flute.
Nah. Elevator jazz. Not for me.
Ooh, I like that inflection.
Yeah. Oh, this is out. This is nice. What?
I like the way this flutist is tonguing.
Yeah, the articulation is nice.
Almost very percussive with the way they're doing their articulation.
All right, just when I said elevator jazz, the flute solo it does get pretty great.
Yantai, Yantai.
His dog. Oh, I forgot his name.
So good.
I enjoyed very much. That's going on my playlist.
That scratched an itch. I didn't know I needed to be scratched. It was like the visuals, like the colors and what was happening was just like, it was so good.
I feel like it's been so enjoyable to see BTS members branch off on their own and all do something that is so them instead of as a group doing something that is sacrificing different aspects of themselves. Because he's always been V's a little more like, I'm gonna go to a museum and like post on Instagram that I'm reading Call Me By Your Name and like, you know, like I'm deep like that. Like, you know, like espresso at nighttime kind of vibes. It's really nice and cool to see him get to express these like, we're in a simulation sort of thing, music video with these R&B nice vibes that he really portrays as a person.
I don't know, I got more Peter Pan vibes than we're in a simulation.
The writing the code in the beginning while they're all doing something, someone behind like a suitcase is actually writing a code, and then there's like a bunch of scenes of them bringing down projectors and stuff like screens and things like that. And his like face like twinkling and looking like it's AI generated in a way, to me, made it seem very like simulation-y.
I was really focused on the wubby synths because like it didn't really bend a lot of pitch, but just in the volume it felt super dreamlike and ethereal, especially because of some like even some matching some of the imagery in the music video. Like, yeah, you're like, what's that watermelon doing? Why are they like hacking now? What is this glowing snail?
Why are they
It feels
hacking?
a lot like surreal enough that it's like, okay, this may be like a memory of a beach, and like it is like they're having fun. It's not like a calm activity. They're like pushing each other, but it's all slowed down slightly, so it feels very memory of summer.
And it seemed like the editing was made to sort of not correlate with the music. It's like kind of just editing in a free way, like the cuts and the change of scenery, you know? Yeah.
It's not very narrative.
Yeah.
Another reactors theory is that the hacking is to create the simulation.
No.
Because if you notice, it's something electronic, and you see the diagram of where they actually are in the music video, and it switches between the two scenes of V creating this area and the animals and the coding, and then being in that place.
I see that.
I accept it because that hits the itch of.
I just like the music. I think I really like these slower tempos. I think his voice really complements it.
Yeah.
He really lays into like the aesthetic of the song, or like the vibes. Super good.
He is a really nice, deep, rounded, like open vowel thing that is good for this sort of darker, richer colors in this sort of style.
So yeah, how would you describe his timbre?
Strong and smooth.
It's like peanut butter.
Whoa.
Yeah, creamy.
Creamy peanut butter.
Yeah.
Not the chunky kind.
No chunks at all.
I don't like that.
Do you know Justin's cinnamon almond butter?
Yeah.
That.
Ooh. Yeah, you're right with the honey too.
Ooh.
He's like honey peanut butter vibes.
Yeah, it's just really good.
Big compliment to V.
He's kind of singing with a bit more of like a closed embouchure, let's say, like vocal embouchure. For sure. Like, doesn't sound like he's fully opening his jaw and mouth to like articulate things really clearly. It's a lot more relaxed sounding, which also can evoke under an influence. You know, be it like a spell or like some kind of a trance.
Hypnotized.
But it also just feels really laid back because of that like closed mouth singing. It's really chill.
When listening, I'm actually curious. No one's really commented on this yet. Did you listen to his vocal delivery rhythmically at all?
Nope.
Could you do me a favor and listen to the chorus?
Nope.
Because I think there's a particular way that he's delivering the rhythms that make it help feel like slow dancing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just like kind of pulled back, and he just takes longer than just doing like 4 and 1. He just kind of stretches it out a little bit to create, I guess, that feeling of like being laid back and yeah.
He also avoids singing on the strong beats. Like there was only one point there where he sang on like more than one strong beat in a row. It's like he sang 2, 3, 4, and like it is. He never emphasized that. So yeah, it gives it like that laid back, almost swing, but it's obviously not swung. It's straight. 2, 2, and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4,
4
and
something
and 4 and
1,
4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and
4 and I thought it was
but it's like a little bit. It might even be a little laid back off of the end. It's nice.
But then, what about that cowbell?
I have to hear it again.
It's acting almost as a clave, but like not quite. Yeah, that is kind of what you do with the clave though, isn't it?
No, you don't do that with the clave. I don't know what this is. It's like an ostinato, but
it's just
it's not like a polyrhythm.
3, 4, and it's like a polyrhythm, but they add one beat.
Yeah.
So that it's in 4/4 and not. Yeah.
I feel like there's a name for it that I just can't think of right now.
What's a polyrhythm?
A polyrhythm is when you stack 2 rhythms of different types on top of each other.
How is this almost a polyrhythm?
Well, because polyrhythms always repeat the same way. Like, for example, if we take a 3/2, we play 8
Which
notes.
that's what this polyrhythm is. It's a 3/2.
But then it's 1, 2, 2, and 1, E, 2, 3, and
4, E.
That's a 4/3 polyrhythm.
4/3.
Not 3/2.
Dang it.
We play 8th notes on like one side and then triplets on the other side in the same meter. And it's always repeating, right?
But they add that extra beat so that it can fit into 4/4, which we want. And 3, 4, and 1, and 2, E, 3, 4, and 1. And they're like adding an extra 16th note there. That's, yeah.
So this is almost a...
3/4. I failed.
Hey, we got there in the end.
We did.
That's all that matters. What makes that flute solo so great? Because I know at first you were iffy about it, but then it just kept going and growing and developing.
Now I wish the whole song was the flute solo, because it didn't like the first half very much.
It started off kind of Kenny G, you know, like,
Yeah, exactly.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Let's make it jazz.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, it uses a lot of jazz vocabulary. I mean, the flute is kind of swung. You know, the instrumental, at least the rhythm he's playing, he's kind of swinging.
I think it got more virtuosic with like, it got more exploratory. Like if you start your solo with like a scale, it goes like, you know, if your solo starts here, it's like, okay, well, you know, like it's just like generic flute. But then later on, you know, they really went for there's like all sorts of, I feel like the places it lands on is a lot more explorative and like actual jazz as opposed to elevator jazz. Because elevator jazz, you know, usually the solos are doing the bare minimum. So this feels more legit, I guess. The instrument mixing is more legit. And I loved hearing the flute with the left and right channel doing the flute effect sound with the with the spitting and the both of them appearing at the same time. It's almost like is there one person playing, or am I just hearing double, or like there's sort of like a weird effect there, which I really like.
Oh, I like the inflection on the flute, because they do the thing where, ooh, it's almost like kind of like a sigh when I say, oh. Which matches this vibe for sure. Oh yeah, they're all like, doo-doo. That thing. I've actually never tried that on the flute, but it's like basically it's like the melody, but they kind of like blow through those. And they're doing something to not like play all those notes between the C and the G, so that it's kind of like, it sounds like the sigh, like woo thing.
Some more connected.
Yeah.
More slurred.
Yeah.
Was that your favorite part of the solo?
I think so, yeah. And then that too, yeah. And that for sure, that is like with a breath, woo. Oh yeah, and then 2 minutes and 57.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah, it's just like, and it's like a very breathy, I think on purpose, like. They just like make that kind of a like tone quality, just like breathy on purpose with like lots of tonguing kind of a thing. But it's like, I feel like they like finally like brought that up like at the end. Everything else is like very smooth and like kind of a thing. But yeah, I like that a lot.
What elements of this song make it so chill and vibey?
The drums and the chords.
The chords.
What about the chords?
And it's just that they're like kind of very simple, jazzy.
2-5-3-6.
2-5-3-6.
Show us.
I'll show you.
Demonstrate.
What key are we in?
E flat. Probably that one. There's a little flute solo.
Yeah, do a flute solo.
I don't know flute solo.
They're just chilling, vibing, and they got the drums that are like just like kind of lo-fi.
Yeah.
You are lying if that's not F minor.
It's C minor. It has to be C minor. Dude, the melody literally wants to go down to like E flat.
It's this like, right?
Huh? What?
The C is just a resolution to 1.
It does not sound like that tonic though. Cause okay.
You're tripping.
Listen.
1.
The melody wants to go to E flat.
It wants to go to A flat.
I also hear A flat.
A flat?
E.
E flat. Yeah. Night away. Ba-da-da-dum.
I would say it's an E flat.
If anything, I'm sort of hearing the G as the 1. This doesn't sound like 1. Duh.
Really?
You want it to go somewhere. Whenever he's singing the we could be, like if he just ended it there, we could be,
I think
you would be like, fuck, please do something. That doesn't feel right. Because
really? Slow dancing tonight. Are you hearing the A flat against?
It's like doing a flat resolving to G, which is giving it a 1 flat 2 sound, which is why it sounds like the G is tonic, but it's because it's just doing like
the 3. It's
doing a major 3 to minor 3 thing, which is just an embellishment of the minor 3 and not a tonicization of G.
Yeah, that's. Which is the 9, because it goes back to the 2. So it's just voice leading from to the 9 of the 2. And that's a super sick sound. That's like that's like a very jazzy thing to do.
At least we know why it sounds tonally ambiguous, because he's just embellishing certain chords, which makes it sound like he's tonicizing something, but really that's not the purpose, I guess.
And even then, he doesn't, at the very end, he doesn't even go to an E flat, but the tonal center is E flat. So it creates a really nice, pretty sound. Because it's like shimmery.
Yeah, it's all very shimmery. Like his embellishing stuff is shimmery. They're shimmering themselves. They're in the water. This song does very much sound like shimmery water stuff, which is cool that the video reflects that. But I think we're for sure without question E flat if you listen to it at 250. Then you're like, okay, this is the first part where it's very extremely obviously an E flat.
Well, I think also you could argue here that V isn't using or at least whoever wrote the song, right? They're not explicitly using a tonic. They could just be dancing around something.
Wow, slow dancing.
Exactly.
You know how? Oh, yeah. That was
amazing.
Let it roll like a bread roll?
Hey. No, let it roll.